Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Of course, it is Wednesday, and of course, for the or Thursday. Sorry. Here in Connecticut, we don't expect any snow whatsoever, but we are going to get rain instead. Same thing for Friday. So don't. If you're in New England, at least southern New England anyway, you are going to be spared any major snow events, which have been snarling up everybody the Midwest right now. Just to let you be aware, I am well aware of it. Because people keep reminding me, hey Michelle, it's snowing out here. I know it's snowing out here. But anyway, the point is welcome to the show, everybody, and of course, we are here. We're alive. We're breathing. Let's see. What else we got going on? Let's put on the closed captions so I can see. Go ready to deal with the call. Oh yes, I did order another monitor, a second monitor to replace the first one, the first old one that actually broke from age. It's another Dell monitor, but it's a newer model, and it does 1080p, so it will be an improvement over the 800p monitor, which is the current one is. How you doing, Gidgee? Yes, I do get Krista's cup that she gave me. I had to shoehorn it into my roll of duct tape. Does the duct tape uses as an expanded base? This was originally a base from my Cumberland Farms cup. I just happened to be just stuck it on here. Yes, it still can come off, right? But it's mostly for cat resistance. So cat doesn't knock it over. So, as you said, I hope people are able to travel for Christmas. Yeah, I think most people will be able to travel, but you do got to go through the Midwest most of the time, especially if you're going from east to west or west to east. But yeah, I think some air travel, once the snow is over, it's gonna be less of a problem, but it's still gonna be a lot of coldness. Let's see. Yep, not a lie. On U.S. TV now, Address Barn, Go Diva. Rusty, what are you doing? Oh, oh. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, Rusty decided to come up here on the desk. I'm not. These were pre-existing events that already were in place. These were pre-existing events that were already in place. These weren't anything I'm doing to anybody. I'm going to rotate the label so you can see it here. It says besties are hard to find because the very best one is already mine. It's kind of cute. So we're gonna show you that. The metal straws thing. You know the reason why we went to plastic straws in the first place? Because they were supposed to be easy enough for people to handle without worrying about being impaled by a straw. If you're not, I'm not kidding when I say this, because unfortunately, metal straws have been known to cause damage by impaling a person's brain. If for example, heaven forbid, if I sneeze, if I happen to sneeze, I have to be drinking. happen to be drinking a cup of drink or something, the straw can go right through the roof of your mouth, right into your brain stem. And of course they'll short everything out up there, and the coroner or the undertaker will take you to your hole in the ground, and boom, you're done. Pretty much just that. I could disperse them, but there's always already in place. I was hoping to see some of this now on Wednesday, but I left that alone. I said, nah. I'll get snow later on in January. The main thing is that I want people to understand that global warming is not real. That's a pretend fantasy. Sorry, it's true. Global warming is a fantasy. People like to think it's a fantasy. They think everybody sees, global warming is real. No, it's not. It's pretend. It's not real. Climate change, however, is real. It's just that it's not. We need to get people to understand that if you're so-called being woke, that means being aware of the realities of what's in front of you, which is make sure to stack up on fuel, food, gold, God, and guns. The GGGs. Gold, God, and guns. Not really that order, more like God, gold, guns. Hopefully you wouldn't need too many of those. The second item, the first item they dropped off at some house somewhere, and I don't know where they dropped it off. The second one, I haven't said it's going to be delivered on the 27th. Walmart is terrible for this. I'm telling you right now. Walmart is terrible. If you ever want to ship things, it's best to ship it by the postal service, which unfortunately Walmart rarely offers. I'll tell you a story about this. I got a pentacle for a gift, and they sent that thing all the way over to Park Place. And I was like, wait, I don't live in Park Place. Unfortunately, it was one of the attendants in Park Place that called me and said, Michelle, there's something over here that's had your name on it sitting in the hallway. Okay. This is about 2 years ago. My knees were, I was still very, 2 years ago. I said, I'll have to see if I can come by and get somebody to pick it up. So I talked to Homeless Mike, and he said, I know where that place is. He grabbed it from me. It was a pentacle that somebody shipped me from the United Kingdom. I'm very glad it's still got it, because it indeed still hanging on my wall to this day. It's huge. It's like a 14-inch pentacle. They replaced the little 7-inch we lost when Patty got too gung-ho throwing stuff out at me. The only thing I could think of they could have dropped it off is on the yellow house on the corner. The problem is that would be kind of inconvenient, considering I don't know which door at the yellow house. Because there's like 4 doors on the first floor, and they're all different sides, and we don't know the people there, so they might get mad if we start going out there looking for packages on their doorsteps. Yet the tenants didn't call me and go, or reach out to me and say, Michelle, this is yours. I mean, you would think it would have been easy for them to just drop it off and go, 112 Main Street, it's next door somewhere. But they didn't seem to do that either. So it may not even be this building. Might not even be this building. Might not even be the next door building. How you doing, Kizzy? I hope so too. I'll tell you another story. At least he delivered to the right place, but the poor guy at this one that was still working with FedEx. I ordered 2 bags of cat litter and 2 bags of cat food. I knew the box was going to be heavy. Well, I didn't realize that the Walmart's packing people would shove everything in one box, making the package easily over 70 pounds. The poor guy, getting up the first set of stairs downstairs, tripped and fell with the box. Out of disgust, he left it on the second floor. When I went down to get it, the box was intact, but then I saw exactly what happened. I said, oh, wow. Walmart, why didn't you realize that the bag of cat litter, the bag of cat food was going to be so heavy? Why didn't you just put them in separate boxes instead of shoving 40 or 50 pounds of cat food and another 50 pounds of cat litter in the same box? I felt bad for the FedEx guy because that was heavy. He didn't even think about that. Oh, I gotta get this up the stairs. They did a terrible job packing it. For that reason, there was just too much of a rush to get the stuff up the stairs. What are you doing, Rusty? What are you doing? Speaking of something that was, we got something new yesterday. We bought 2 Roku boxes. The Roku 4K models. I know what you're saying, but you don't have 4K TVs. You only have 1080p's and one 480p. Yeah, well, it's future resisting. I'm trying to plan ahead so that when the technology comes out to me and we get a 4K TV, because they tend to show up eventually. They'll eventually be a thing, even for the poor. Let's fix this thing here. There we go. Alright, so when the 4K TV up here, I mean, technology comes in and it's affordable for the poor, we'll probably be grabbing a 4K TV. I just got Ed to support 1080p without too much of a bitch. Twitch from host team. I want to offer promotion of your channel viewers, followers, views, chatbots. I said there's something that I'm trying to grow eventually. Switch Twitch channel. Yeah, Rocky's cut is cool. I mean, there's enough stuff on there. Of course, I saw there was a lot of Spanish channels on it. Okay, hold on a minute. Let's see. Alright, let's get somebody. It's Paul. Good morning.
Hey, Michelle, how's it going?
How you doing?
Shalom. Happy Hanukkah.
It's
We
good,
are
right?
upon day 5.
Yeah, day 5 of the rain
of Hanukkah. Fuck the rain.
Oh, Hanukkah, okay.
Yeah, we're not getting any rain. Oh, yeah, it's going to rain here. It's turning into snow, Michelle. All thanks to you. Yeah. All those people dying, homeless kittens freezing, car crashes, Well, thank you for that.
Truck stuck at a truck stop, apparently.
Yeah.
In North Dakota, trucks are stuck at a truck stop.
Yeah, why would you do that? Why would you ruin people's Christmas like that? I don't get it. I don't get why you'd ruin people's Christmas.
Well, as I said, the main thing is that I want these are pre-existing events, which they were pre-planned. I didn't have any control over these. However,
I mean, the weather changes constantly, though. I feel that you should be able to, manipulate it with your powers. And
yeah, I do. I keep up with it, but it's like I said, sometimes Like I would like to see some snow in Winston. We don't have
Yeah.
that in the forecast for right now.
So you just really don't have any powers. You're just kind of like a weather monitor. You don't really control or
For
manipulate it.
example,
You
right
just
now it is expected high say will be 3 degrees Celsius,
yeah.
and right now currently it's -1. It's just gonna be it's gonna be an 80% chance of rain. Friday will be 90% chance of rain, high of 10.
Okay. So you're just like a weather person. You're North American like weather monitor queen necessarily, kind of, right?
Pretty much
You don't
what
necessarily
pretty
control,
much
or
what
you can't make
the
or
store
cause
it
weather.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. So why would you buy a Roku box when you don't do you have a Roku TV?
We got 2 microboxes. One
Right.
for each
What are you going to
TV.
hook them up to? What do you
I'm hooking up the Frontier, obviously, and 2 televisions. I already had one in the bedroom, and then I had another flat screen panel that someone gave him from the other apartment when James West passed on. So,
a great investment. I mean, I know you guys were trying to, save up to move, but I'd say this is a good investment.
there's no monthly fee on either one of them, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So last night I checked out some of the Christmas channels real fast. I didn't go through a lot of them, but there was a lot of them on the Roku channel. There was a lot of Christmas movies and stuff. Plus, I added in my Pluto subscription and my other subscriptions as well, including my Plex one. I put that all in there. So now I can watch the TV in my bedroom. Plus, I ordered Pagan TV, which is free, and EWTN, which is also free. And another one called Catholic Channel, the Catholic Channel.
Yeah, sounds great.
TCC. I never heard of that one before. So I know I could always order John Hagee Ministries if I want to listen to him sit there and yell his mouth off top of his lungs, especially the old man. He was always like out loud. He was loud. Big fat roly poly guy. He always said talking about God's grace and all that. Oh, it's okay. I don't mind him. It's just Joyce Meyer I like. I don't think she has a channel on Roku.
Yeah, she's about dead, Michelle. She's really old. I don't see her
Shit,
preaching
they're all
anymore.
old.
Yeah, she's real old.
John Hagee's son, John Hagee Jr., is doing his dad's business now. He's also a pastor.
Why don't you just watch some Billy Graham, Remember Billy Graham?
Billy Graham, he's also old.
Yeah.
His son is, I think Billy Graham has a son that's still continuing on the family business too. So I'm going to check out Pagan TV and see what kind of shows they have on that lineup. It looks interesting. There's not too many Pagan channels on around. Well, Steve, what are you doing? He's like, first of all, he's like, this is my desk, and I can put my ass wherever I want it.
Yeah, that's why you need to swat him off there, Michelle. Show him who's boss.
Come on.
I'm gonna swat.
Ow, claws. All right, go ahead. Go down. Yeah.
Really
Anyway, so
get that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much that. I mean, I had a pretty good time overall. If you have a library card, you can use Canopy. I don't have a current one, no, unfortunately. Mine expired ages ago. What's going on there? Not much. I had to take a day off from work. Why?
There's so many neck rolls.
See, sometimes you can. We tried it with rabbit ears, but because our building has aluminium siding, that building's like a giant Faraday cage. We're in a valley. We used to have access to rooftop antenna, and then we used to get the analog TV stations from Hartford when they were analog. When they went to digital, we still got some of the channels from Hartford, but we couldn't get all the channels from New Haven or anything. Now the FCC is reducing the number of channels even more. Now it's channels 2 through 36 versus 2 through 63 versus the original 2 through 81 or 83. Because they want to give more and more bandwidth to the cell phone people. But yeah, we used to get TV channels with rooftop antenna over here. But let's get a fake Boston e-card. He has so many neck rolls. Who does? Do you predict the climate conditions? Honey, I manipulate the climate conditions. I don't
It
just
doesn't
predict
seem to
them.
be though, Michelle, because you're not doing anything about this weather. I mean, it doesn't seem like you
Because I don't
can
see
control
any
the
reason.
climate weather.
Because there's nothing to change. It actually.
Sure there is. It's a storm. Bring in a warm front. Stop the storm. What do you mean?
Not to me. It's not worth changing.
Because it just sounds like you can't, Michelle. All these people's lives are in your hands, and they're probably going to die. But it's not worth it to you to save people's lives.
I can pick up. We used to be able, because unfortunately, because all the computers and everything keeps knocking all the signals out. We used to listen. I used to listen to radio stations from Toronto, Canada, at AM radio.
So how do you call yourself a humanitarian?
FM was always kind of hit and miss, although we did get some FM stations here.
Avoid the question. Y'all know it's bullshit.
FM stations are always a bit hit and miss around here, but AM we got fine.
So how can you call yourself a humanitarian when you're about to kill a bunch of people and animals?
Well, Steve looks like he needs exercise.
Michelle, how do you call yourself a humanitarian when you're about to kill tons of people and animals?
So anyway, who has a lot of...
paying attention. Why don't you answer my question, Michelle?
Who has so many neck rolls? Who are we talking about?
Michelle, you do, because you're killing a bunch of people.
I'm not talking about that. I'm asking a question to Wigtoe.
No, I'm telling you, you do, because you're killing a bunch of people. You've got a bunch of neck rolls because you're literally about to kill millions of people and animals this weekend on Christmas. Not very humanitarian of you, Michelle.
Not necessarily, because I mean,
no, not
first
millions,
of all,
but
let's just look at the reality here. First of all, people should have been preparing. They haven't been.
Oh.
No,
what
they
about
haven't.
The homeless, Michelle? What about all the homeless people? How should they have prepared?
Homeless people are better prepared because they do know what's coming. They have a good idea how to prepare for themselves.
They don't have a TV or a weather. They don't have a radio.
A lot of them have an Obama phone, though.
It doesn't. So you're just making excuses for killing people at this point. I mean, you're literally making excuses for killing people.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying is that
you are. You are.
You mean to tell me? All right, let's play devil's advocate for a minute.
All right,
you mean to tell me that if you're homeless and you happen to go into your local community gathering point and you don't have access to a radio or television there?
Where is it?
Or at least somebody out there who has access to a newspaper. Are you going to tell me nobody has access to any of this?
Yeah. Where's the community access point in Winstead? The soup kitchen that's closed. Okay. So how are people meeting up in Winstead?
Everybody else's is.
Huh?
I mean, you keep forgetting that, Paul. I mean, just because our soup kitchen is closed doesn't mean everybody else's soup kitchen's closed.
Well, what about the people who only know that area together, Michelle? I mean, let's play devil's advocate here. What about the people who only know that, like yourself?
Hey, Rusty, I gotta put some knobs.
It's the only soup kitchen people know,
I gotta turn my volume up, and the cat's got his claws at me.
All right. Michelle's a murderer, guys, who can't control the weather. Let it be known. Yeah, Michelle don't care.
Actually, Rusty, come on.
She cares about her package. She don't care about homeless people.
He's sweating me with his claws.
Homeless animals. It's really
but
sad.
Michelle is not responsible for the weather that's coming. Not the old system's already in effect. No. As far as what's coming, you're talking about the system that's coming from the Pacific Northwest.
Michelle's not in charge of any weather. She's just a glorified weather person. She can't control it. She just follows it. That's all right, though, Michelle. Being able to control the weather is too much to ask of anyone. No one would really expect it out of you.
Well, right now the thing is there is a system coming in through the Pacific Northwest. That's pretty small. It's on the heels of this current system, which is a polar vortex. Please understand that while there's blizzards in the Midwest, it's not going to stay blizzard. It's going, once it's coming east, it's going to be a rainmaker more than a snowmaker. The main dividing line is on the other side of the I-95 corridor. What?
That's too bad, Michelle. It is what it is, you know. I guess some sacrifices have to be made, you know?
No, unfortunately, the funny thing is this cat is like, he's sticking to me like glue today.
And he's probably upset about all the cats you're about to kill, Michelle. Probably really upset about all the
I think he's just
kittens you're getting ready to kill, yeah. Like, you know,
oh yeah, but think about a few other things that may end up dying in the process that no one seems to care about. Try the American cockroach.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot those are your friends. You like those things, right, Michelle? Do you like the cockroaches?
No, I don't like them. I just get stuck living with them.
Yeah, who cares about cockroaches? They're a pest. Like, what good are they?
Well, right now the good news is the weather is going to be a little bit better than anybody suspected.
You know, you're right, Michelle. Tomorrow's high is 18. You know, it is warming up Sunday instead of 17 degrees. It's going to be 22. Yeah, it's a little bit better, you know. Yeah. Michelle, what are you and Ed doing for? You got your ham. You said you're doing a Christmas dinner. That sounds really nice. You got your Christmas shows. What, tomorrow and Saturday?
Unfortunately, Santa Baby too, because right now Santa Baby Original is as a pay-per-view event.
You can watch it for free, Michelle. Just gotta look for it. You can watch Santa Baby for free.
Unfortunately, no, you can't because it's not.
All right. Would you like to make a bet, Michelle? What if I can find you that movie?
I just looked on the Roku. It's
well,
not.
Michelle, what if I can find that movie right now for free? Will you give
Sure,
me
I
half
can
of
find
your
it too
YouTube
on
money?
the Pirate Bay. So.
No, I can watch it on a website. I don't need to find it on a Pirate Bay. I can watch it off of a website for free, Michelle. You don't even have to download it. Again, if I can find it for free right now, would you be willing to? You want to place a bet on it?
I'm sure there's some free site somewhere that has it. I'm sure there is.
You can watch anything you want on the internet for free, Michelle. It's waste of money to pay for like.
Have you seen the lost episode of Sesame Street 847 or the lost episode 846?
Yes, I actually have. Santa Baby. Let's see. Here it is, right here. In
1976, there was an episode of Sesame Street featuring the actress who played the Wicked Witch of the West, the East, and she, I guess, it didn't quite come over as expected, and so unfortunately, after creating it, the Children's Television Workshop decided to basically. After the one playing of the episode, it was never seen again. Well, turns out that somebody actually, the Children's Television Workshop, decided to recover the film.
Santa Baby, right there. Boom.
And the thing was, in recovering the film, people wanted to know if it was going to be released as on a DVD with other Sesame Street episodes, and they said no. Well, somebody came in there with the viewing of the rare episode 847 with a cell phone camera and actually played it. on screen, or they recorded it using their cell phone. Well, finally, just recently, someone gave this guy called Gravy a link to the original 847 episode in its entirety. But the link after that, after he downloaded a copy, the link was erased. And then, so for that reason, no one else has it except him. At least as far as the story went, because I jumped into bed at that point, so I couldn't really watch the rest of it. It was just interesting.
It's out there.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, there you go. Santa Baby right here, Michelle. I'm watching it right now. You can watch it live on your channel. See?
So why don't you send me a link to it?
Free. Yeah. I might pass it along. I don't know if I want to share this one, right? But you know, I might give it to you off of a different one. But yeah, I'll send you a link to Santa Baby.
Turns out that her partner Grant wants to turn Santa's workshop into a giant shopping center. Yeah. You know, with casino and everything else. And she's like, "No, I can't let Grant know I'm working here. Forward all my mail to this address, forward all my calls to my, like, apparently this guy doxed her, and guess what? So Grant shows up, and he starts thinking big things, starting Santa's workshop into a casino and a shopping destination with hotels and everything. Oh, I know it's a 2000s movie, but it sounds so 1980s and 1980s. Greed, honey. Greed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Movies, joy. Which one's Movies, joy?
Miracle on 34th Street, 1942. Yeah, I'm going to watch all the old movies I've never watched through their entirety, Michelle. I'm going to watch It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, just all the Christmas classics. Yeah. Never sat through. I think we're going to do that today.
Well, I know a couple days ago there was on, I think it was on Plex, there was Santa and the Martians.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
I'm not doing anything like that. Yeah. Santa and the Martians. Was it good? Did you like it?
What's that?
Did you like the movie? Did you watch it?
Yeah, Santa Baby. I saw that. Yes, Santa and the Martians. I saw that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I was at. Santa and the Does he go to space or do they come to Santa?
Right.
What's the premise of the movie? Give me a synopsis.
Apparently, the premise is that Martians noticed that the kids were not acting the same anymore, and so they went to this Martian oracle guy. He said, "What you gotta do is you gotta get someone like Santa Claus here."
Oh, okay.
To help bring some joy back to Mars, because Mars, I guess, was becoming kind of boring and unhappy, and so this guy has had access to a spaceship, basically did, and he kidnaps Santa Claus, brings him to. He's one of the leaders of the Martian colony, and so Santa works with him and trying to get kids get the Christmas spirit into Mars.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it's kind of a rated B movie. I don't think it was high quality, but it was still cute. It's just it's worth watching if you don't mind campy movies that are a little silly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did Gremlins I did Gremlins on mine the other day. Dabs, we did Violent Night last night. Christmas Vacation. Shaw, what are some of your ones you liked growing up? What are some of the ones you liked growing up? Christmas specials. Did you watch any? Rudolph or any of those?
Growing up, yeah, I used to watch the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman and yeah.
I know you said you used to go over relatives on Christmas or Christmas Eve. You pile into the car. Yeah. That's a good Christmas memory. What would you do Christmas Day? Would you have it at home? Would you have people over?
We usually had it at home. Yeah.
Yeah. That was nice. You
That
have
was
any
still
Christmas?
kind of
Oh yeah.
it was still kind of fun though because you still had like you know the cats ripping the packages open that we give him little catnip toys, which I haven't gotten much to anything yet. Right now he's getting
Yeah.
rambunctious as it is.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
I really want to get him catnip because I got a feeling I won't have a house left.
Yeah. Maybe give him some treats or like a nice can of wet food or something. Something he wouldn't ordinarily, I guess, have.
Yeah.
Maybe a little something extra. Yeah. Some Christmas ham. Does Rusty like ham? Does he eat
Um,
meat? Is he a meat eater?
I think the bishop's wife
Yeah,
is
on
a
Twitch.
Christmas movie.
Does Rusty like ham, Michelle? Does he eat meat? Is Rusty a meat eater, Michelle?
Um,
Is he like meat,
is Rusty on
ham,
me?
turkey?
Yeah, he'll eat chicken and stuff. I
Oh,
think
okay.
because I gave him some turkey and he was like, "Yeah, I don't like turkey." Um,
No, he eats mice.
he's so used to eating dry food. He doesn't normally go for the canned food. Although I will feed him some of the canned food once in a while.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, that's good. You got to remember your pets, guys, as well on Christmas. Give them something a little extra. Remember, that they're there and
Stan
part of your
brought me an
family as well.
antique telephone lineman's butt set with a
Yeah, you
telephone.
got your butt set. Your butt set, Michelle. Yeah, you're gonna. What are you
The only
planning on
problem
doing
is
with
it
that?
doesn't work, which doesn't
Hmm.
surprise me because I can see this thing has been through a lot of use over the many years it was on the road.
Yeah. So you're saying your butt doesn't work anymore from years of use. You got to get the
Yeah, well, I
butt
was thinking about maybe
butt
sending
fixed.
it down
Yeah.
to A1 Telephone Repair and Electronics and have him take a look at it.
Yeah. Give it a go.
I mean, there's no continuity going to the mechanism. That could be anything. I
Yeah, you
mean,
definitely need something going to your butt. There's probably a short in your butt
it
somewhere, Michelle.
hangs on a lineman's belt actually.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm thinking, Michelle, is you probably need your butt cleaned. The connections, maybe the connections aren't fully
Right.
cleaned in your butt that you could get cleaned out.
Or the
That prevents.
cables, or the cloth cord could have finally
Yeah,
conductors
fair enough.
inside could have broken. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think.
it's a cloth cord going into your butt. Okay, yeah, those do tend to wear.
The only
Yeah.
thing is I don't know how you would even get it apart because it doesn't have any screws. I mean, it's got something that looks like there might be screws, little
Yeah,
flathead screws.
they're probably hidden, Michelle, under some type of panel. Sometimes they do that. They hide the screws under like a panel or something. So what you'll have to do is just go over your butt set
It
really
doesn't
easy,
even have a nameplate. It doesn't even
really
say who
thoroughly.
makes it. All I know is that the thing weighs a ton. It's like
Yeah, heavy
I
butt.
must have a very big network transformer inside just to make sure it meets the proper 600 ohms impedance. The thing is really very interesting. Even as a conversation piece, because it's pretty straightforward, really. It's got a on and off switch, which takes the phone on and off hook.
Yeah.
And then you have the rotary dial on the side. That's how you dial the numbers. Is with the rotary dial. And then the earpiece is on the other side. You can see some of the cracks in the Bakelite and rubber, which probably, like I said, some poor layman probably dropped it over the many years he had it. Those butt sets take a killing after so long. I was there.
Well, Michelle, if anyone could get that butt working again, I'd probably think it would be you. I believe in you. You could probably get her going again. You got those headphones going from 1975, still here, almost 30 years, 40 years old. You can,
yeah, but even these things have the problems too. The cord does have to be replaced on these too.
Yeah.
And I know what you're saying, Michelle. Why don't you just install like the modern type of cord with a little 3.5 millimeter headset plug hole right here, and then plug a cord in. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I kind of like the coiled cord.
Zero cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that certainly is an idea. You could do that if you wanted to. You could just go ahead and just replace it with, like I said, with a
Newer
an
cord.
8 millimeter T or S
Mm-hmm.
jack, like you see on my other headphones up here.
Mm-hmm. So when you were a kid, did you ever visit Santa Claus at like a mall or a Macy's store? Did you guys ever do that?
Yeah, we went to Santa's Village in Torrington.
In Torrington, okay. Was that something you'd look forward to every year? You know, you get to tell Santa what you want for Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas lights.
Yep, Christmas lights. Yep, it was a full thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, these here are Bluetooth headphones, but they also have, like I said, the little TRS plug on the bottom. Where mine's hardwired in.
You have Bluetooth on your computer? Does the Mac have Bluetooth?
What's that?
Does your Macintosh have Bluetooth?
Yes, it does.
Nice.
So this is my phone, but the other thing is I prefer using a hardwired connection because I less likely enough to have a whole bunch of headaches when things start interfering with each other. Right now, almost everything in my apartment is connected by Wi-Fi except this computer. This is the only one that's connected by hard wires to the.
Oh, you're like in a
internet.
Japanese apartment. It's like a Japanese apartment. Michelle, everything's hooked up to the Wi-Fi, the microwave, the fridge. You don't even have to get up. You can just use your apps and control everything.
Like on the standard 2.4G Wi-Fi, the microwave goes on, your network goes right out. Poof.
Yeah. Like being on the Jetsons, you know, you could just sit at your computer and then have your refrigerator shoot a soda at you. I'd like a soda, please. Just shoot it right at you, you know. Start your oven up from not even the kitchen.
I saw something where somebody actually made a refrigerator that used pneumatic tubes to actually, in this case, he was moving beers, but basically, automatically, he modified the refrigerator to automatically load beers into the pneumatic tubes and shoot it right down to him in the garage. So when you push the button for a beer, it just automatically loaded the beer into the pneumatic tube because you didn't even need a savant. It just basically just needed a beer can. And then we'll just go. Beer can shows up in your hand in the garage. Punk.
Doja? I'm fucking retarded. What's that word? Michelle, what's the question in the chat? Michelle, can you please tell us what Doja you are? Maybe I'm reading that wrong.
Deja vu is meaning, it means the feeling that you've been through or seen this before.
Doja, is that?
So if there's something like you recognize, it seems like you've been seen it before, been through it before.
Like a deja vu. Like a deja vu. Yeah. Oh, is that what that says? Deja vu. Oh, that's deja vu. I wasn't reading that the vu part after. I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted as well. Hold on.
Yeah, I got butt connectors. They're a standard double crimp connector that goes on.
I'm so sorry. It does say deja vu. I'm sorry.
There's even another kind of butt connector that actually has.
I'm turning off my game right now.
That's removable butt connectors, which is kind of interesting.
Deja vu. It does say deja vu. Yeah. You gotta keep your butt connection clean, Michelle. You gotta keep that thing clean, or it probably won't work well. Oh, oh my god, I need some coffee.
Yeah, I got coffee.
Oh, Michelle. We need some sunshine, Michelle. Can you bring us some sun? Part these clouds. I need some vitamin D in my brain, Michelle.
Oh, you know they have those vitamin D light sources you can get, full spectrum lighting.
Yeah. I'll just sit underneath my fluorescent light and eat some oranges, Michelle. I should be fine. Hey, Michelle, do you like those oranges for Christmas time? The oranges, the chocolate ones that you bang on the desk. You ever have one of those before?
No.
One of those chocolate oranges? Oh, yeah, they're really good. Yeah, it's a chocolate orange, Michelle, and what you do is you hit it on the desk, and it separates into different slices. They're really
never
good.
Never seen that before.
Surprised you've never had that. Yeah, they're really good. They've been out for a long time.
Oh, I got something today or a couple days ago. I need to call up and activate. This is my
Oh, yeah.
over-the-counter packet
Ooh,
from my
yeah.
insurance company,
Get that taken care of.
and it comes with my membership card,
Nice.
which is a MasterCard here.
Nice,
And
nice.
you can use
All right,
either
I'm back.
buy the supplies you need and order from the in-house pharmacy, or you can go to regular CVS and pick up stuff there too.
Okay, cool. Cool.
You get some like $100 a year. $100 a quarter on your
Nice.
prepaid card here to spend for medications, over the counter, vitamins, cold medications, flu medications, whatever. So I gotta take care of that this afternoon. Activate the card, put it in my wallet, and then I'll have it.
Yeah, get that done. Get that done for sure. Yeah. Did you get your breakdown from Social Security? Don't they send the breakdown?
You
Social
mean the
Security
cost of living
breakdown?
increase? Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, nice, nice.
I'm gonna be getting an extra $123 a month.
Excellent.
And since I don't have to pay copay anymore, at this point, guess what? That means I don't have to pay a monthly copay. Nice.
Hell yeah. Save a little
So
extra
that
money
means
up
that
there,
when you
too.
add the copay into it, I have about $185 available each month extra.
A little extra walking around money never hurts, Michelle,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. They don't, maybe they'll
And
give
now,
you.
next thing I'm
You
gonna
get
go
more.
do is I'm gonna look, see if I can find some inexpensive on eBay, some campions. They're like ice cleats you can put on your footwear to help you walk on ice.
Yeah, I know what those are. You put them on your shoes. I think I've got a pair of those. It's almost like a little chain, right? Just claps right onto the bottom. So
It's like cleats,
yeah, I think, yeah. Well, that'll be
but they're
good. Help
designed to
you.
cut into the ice.
We need to get you some tank treads on your walker, Michelle. Get that thing in the snow. A little plow on there. On your
I
walker.
was gonna put some bigger tires on it. I never did
Yeah.
find one that would fit on the 5/8. I mean the bolts, the 7/16. No, it's got a 1/4 inch hole for the axle. I need to go for 1/2 inch, so I'm gonna have to make an adapter to make a bigger hole. Theoretically, put that and put some outdoor like lawnmower or utility cart wheels on it would be fine to survive for everyday moving it around.
Yeah, can make it work.
Yeah. Oh man. You know, let's see. What screen did we just go to? Good question. What happened to the Chrome? I don't know, but we're still streaming. But Chrome disappeared. Why did it disappear? Who knows? All right, let's get back on the screen here. All right, guys, we're still back. I'm sorry about that. I think my computer, Chrome, just had a late surprise. Come on, there we go.
Listen, this what's Michelle
All
up
right,
to?
we're
What you doing?
back. Sorry about that.
Michelle, you're back. Thank goodness. You scared me. You scared me, Michelle. Don't do that, Michelle. Not around the holidays. I
Yeah,
have a
I'm
bad
out of
ticker,
shit.
Michelle. You can't be doing that. You scared me.
I must have accidentally hit the quit
Michelle,
button or something.
it's okay.
I don't think you
Did
hit
you
the
find
quit
what you were
button.
looking
Michelle,
for?
I don't think you
Favorite?
hit the quit button. I think something. Chrome. They updated Chrome and they changed the software again. Yeah. Unfortunately,
Michelle, why don't you be a Christmas sugar cookie and bring the chat back on the meats for me? Can you bring the chat back up for me, Michelle? Be a sugar cookie. Be a sugar cookie and put the YouTube
those.
chat
My
on
mom
the
gave
meats.
me some.
Put it on the meats for me, Michelle.
My man got it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
We got to put the panel up on the screen.
How sick of milk and cookies do you think Santa's got to be, Michelle? Like eating all those milk and cookies in millions of people's houses. Like, ugh. It's got to be sick of that by like the fourth house, you know? Leave me a sandwich, some pizza, you know?
Yeah, Ed ate pizza again last night. I told him, I said, honestly, Ed, I said, I'm all pizzaed out right now.
Michelle, can you be a thick piece of pizza for me and put the chat on the Google Meets? Can you bring that chat back up for me, Michelle, on the Google Meets?
I am. Yes, I am.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. You little mozzarella meatball. Yeah, I'm out pizzaed out. I'd be pizzaed out too, Michelle.
Yeah, too much pizza being sold. Pizza.
You need a good burger, Michelle. You need a nice burger inside you. Some type of meal, chicken, nice chicken, fish. You like fish?
Yeah, I eat fish.
You strike me as a mackerel woman.
No, I like flounder actually.
Oh, flounder. Michelle's fond of the flounder.
Hi, Craig. How you doing?
Yep, we got good old Craig. All right, thank you, Michelle. Link to our Google panel. That's Nightbot. We got some nice faces in the chat there. Let's catch up, Michelle.
Is it Craig on as Craig, or is he still on as Denise?
Oh, all right. We could do that.
Denise, okay. Let's get on the panel here.
We could do that, Wigtail. We could do that.
Yeah, anyway, so it's Friday, yep.
Thursday. Oh wait, today is Friday. That means there's a night show tonight, Michelle. So yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, night show tonight with Michelle.
I did get paid. I did get paid yesterday by YouTube.
Woo! Nice.
$329.57. I said $229.57. Okay,
that's
so
a big paycheck, Michelle. Woo! Nice.
And then so I ordered the replacement monitor. That's to replace the one that broke, which is the old Dell monitor. So I bought a brand new one. Oh, okay, not brand new, but at least retested and running a Dell E2216H.
Nice.
Which does 1080p. It's a little wider screen, but it's not too big.
There you go.
Should still fit fine on my Visa mount, so.
I
read over, I believe it's every month, and you can use it on your electric bill also. Oh, you're talking about the $50 towards utilities? Yeah. And some Blue Shield does offer that. So I can put that towards the electric bill. I'm waiting for that card to come with the application for it.
Yeah, where do I get that at, Michelle? Where can I get one at? Where do I get one of those at?
I'm just going to contact in your area. You're participating in HMO, like Anthem Blue Shield.
Oh, it's from the okay.
It's an HMO plan, yeah.
They put towards the utilities? That's awesome.
Yeah, they give you $50 you can use towards utilities.
Hell yeah, I need that. You know where that's going, right to the gas and the electric bill. Hell yeah. I need to apply for that. Definitely, I need to apply for that. Every little bit helps, right, Michelle? Every bit,
yeah.
You know, every penny saved is a penny earned. Every penny earned is a penny saved. Or something about a penny and a penny equals a nickel. You know, whatever the saying is, Michelle. You know. 2023, Michelle.
Gemini Jen says she gets $105 a month.
Pretty good.
So that's like what for the over-the-counter prescriptions and the utility bill program, or is it?
Pretty good.
Or is it? 105 a month. 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 1 Well, I mean,
So
because my income bracket, I'm getting $50 for utilities, and I get $100 a quarter for the over the counters.
so for Michelle and chat, question for you guys. Here we are, December 20, whatever it is, almost Christmas time. This year, did it go
22nd.
by fast? Did it go by fast for you guys? Did it go by slow? This year seemed to go really fast for myself. What do you think, Michelle? Did the year go by slow for you? Did it go by quickly?
What's that?
This year, did it go by quick for you? Did it go by slowly this year?
Kind of in between. It wasn't.
Just regular, mediocre.
Yeah.
Seems like it went by really fast. Like I can barely remember the summer.
Well, that's
You
one
know,
of
the
the
spring
reasons
was not.
why I'm like looking forward to next year. Hopefully, next year will be better for everybody. I don't.
Sure. I mean, that's the hope for every year, you know. But I would say this one wasn't too bad. You know, I'd say 2020 was a bit shaky for everybody. 2021, it was
Go
a
to the
bit better.
library.
2022 was a bit better, Michelle. It seems to progressively get a little bit better, so hopefully I'm
Yeah,
with
it's kind
you.
of kicking himself because he didn't take up his insurance plan. Everybody else said Jesse you should get it, and he's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
"Nah, it's too late." Yeah, it's too late because you basically weren't feeling good when you needed to do the enrollment period. That's why it's too late. But you could have saved, gotten yourself a better plan.
Dabs.
Mine's
Yeah,
got
that's true.
vision, mine got dental, mine's got eyeglasses, which is important. You know, I don't know what the
Yeah.
dentist is going to do with that loose tooth thing. I'm going to ask him and say, any way you can actually glue it back in place where it's supposed to be? Because it's loose, It's still connected to my nerves and blood vessels. It just needs to be reattached.
Mm,
I
yeah.
don't know what the dentist would say. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, Michelle, you should have Ed sign up for that program as well so he can get money towards the utilities and at least
he
contribute
missed it.
something to
He
the
missed
house.
the enrollment window. He missed the
Ah,
enrollment window, unfortunately.
so he
It's
can't even get that. Oh my god.
He's gonna have to wait till next year when open enrollment starts.
What you should do, Michelle, is wrap Ed in Christmas lights and set him outside with like a cup and have him take donations. Michelle's Ed been behaving himself. I hope he's continuing to behave himself, Michelle. And stay in the Christmas spirit. Um,
He's trying,
well,
but he said my
that's good.
snoring is really trying on him. Well, yeah, well, can't help but snore. Just
Can't help it. That's all right, Michelle. I know people, Michelle, who are in relationships and they sleep in separate rooms,
yeah.
because the one person snores. So it's like, I've had to deal with it myself. I usually just pinch the person's nose and cover their mouth till they start, struggling for air, and then they wake up, and then they're alarmed, their heart's racing, so I can get back to sleep a lot faster, and they're worrying why they woke up not breathing. So
Well, I
if Ed
mean,
does that, just pinch his nose. Pinch
I
his nose.
would choose like he snores. I don't even give a damn. Just because
Mm.
he's facing away from me. It's when he flips
Yeah.
on my side, my ear, right over my ears. It's kind of when I get a little
Mm.
bit perturbed by it. It's like
Understandable.
you're staring at me. You're
Understandable.
snoring in my ears. Jeez.
Savannah, good morning. Yeah, that's understandable, Michelle. It's understandable. He puts the fan on at night, right? You said he also runs the fan. You don't like that he runs the fan as well, correct?
Yeah, well, he has been running with less and less fans lately, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, Michelle, I need that myself to help go to sleep. But what I do, Michelle, is I point the fan in the wintertime. I have my fan right now pointed at the wall. So it's not blowing on me, but I still get that
Right.
ambient noise. Yeah, that's what Ed needs to do. So he doesn't dry you out. He's gonna dry you out with that fan on you, Michelle.
Yeah, right now he's got between the computer desk and the bookshelf in the bedroom. Kind of similar to the way the one that's here is. I have the little fan on the blowing air over me because normally keeps the apartment really hot.
Right.
And
Difference, yeah.
yesterday was definitely a forest fire in here. It's like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Craig says,
I was trying to. My hips were killing me because I was jumping between rooms trying to get this, these little Roku boxes set up. First time reading instructions, got to go to my website, see what I mean, I know I can install the app on my phone. I did finally, but getting up my first was a hard one because it was the first one. Getting his up on his account was easy. It didn't take long. It just okay. Enter your email address, enter your password. They
I'll
send you a
post it.
verification code. You basically just click on the verification, and then you go ahead and you enter your username, password, and
Michelle, it shouldn't be too hard for a tech-savvy person such as yourself to get that thing going. I think you'll be just fine.
yeah, we got working.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed though that it doesn't support 480p, but that's not surprising, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, Michelle, my eyes can't even handle the 1080p barely. We don't need all this crazy 4K. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah,
How
for
real is
most
it gonna
people,
get before?
you're not going to need it. I mean,
Yeah.
1080p is fine.
How real is the TV gonna get, Michelle? Before we don't even realize we're watching it. Before we can't even tell the difference.
Now they get
TV
cameras that can do 16K.
16? What? They're getting crazy with this shit. That's too many Ks, Michelle. Too many K. Way too many K.
Yeah, the videos.
Michelle, you ever use a virtual reality headset before? You ever try one of those out? Like an Oculus? You ever try one?
No, I was gonna try. I know some people have done with American Truck Simulator using a headset like that.
I think it would be good for you, Michelle. I think you'd be able to use it with low vision. It puts the thing right in front of you, and you can turn your head left and right, and the picture will move with it. It's really wild.
Yeah, I know.
Really wild. Yeah, it's crazy. I think you'd be able to use one.
I don't know how heavy they are though. The weight came down.
Nah, not too heavy. Not too heavy.
Don't forget there's something called cardboard. Yeah, there's that's not really a VR though, but they create something called cardboard, which basically puts a split screen on your iPhone or on your Android phone, and you slip it into this adapter. That makes it look like 3D vision. Unfortunately, with my eyesight, it probably wouldn't do me a damn bit good.
Same to you, Savannah. Hope you're staying warm as well. Yes.
How you doing, Savannah? I hope everyone stays warm. Merry Christmas to you too.
We're trying. We're trying, Savannah, but Michelle insists upon the sub-zero temperatures.
I think Wigton wants to come on here. What is it?
I posted the link, Michelle, I posted the link if anyone wants to come on. I posted it already.
I already did too.
Okay. Krista says,
the thing is, how do you do an accent on G? What is it like? Do I just do command accent G like this with a grave accent? Or is it...
What's that, Michelle? Who's got an accent?
Accent G. I'm just trying to figure out how we told there's a G in her name, because I can't...
Oh, that's magic, Michelle. That's magic, Michelle.
I don't think it's alt. No, that just kept her
magic fingers to make that G the way it is, the way you see. She is the wig toe.
I don't know if she does that. I can't enter it.
Yeah, it's like gang graffiti or something, you know.
There are 10 people here. I know, that's pretty good, isn't it?
She's got some gang graffiti in her name. Yeah.
9 people.
Ah.
Yeah. It's supposed to get really cold here for the next few days. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's just that with the G mark you have, I can't even do it. I can do.
Yeah, same here, Savannah. It's going to be in the teens and single digits.
What if you could just copy the character and then put it in
Very
that
cold.
way. Then I would lose the link to the bill, and then I'd be back where I started from. Oh no. Go. Yeah, so anyway. So it was like looking at all the music channels that were on the Roku channel part of it. All the music channels. There's all those music channels. And then there was a lot of movies that were for free that were in Spanish, and he was like, "What good is Spanish? I can't understand Spanish." And I said, "Well, I can to some extent." I said, "But there are English movies too." He said, "Oh, okay. There was English movies too." He said, "That just happened to me because they landed on the Spanish foreign language ones." Yeah, there's channels. Oh, there are channels in English.
Yeah, I like to watch a lot of live streams, Michelle, in Japanese. I like to basically learning Japanese through watching live streams, learning how to talk. Yeah, I like to do that a lot, and Spanish as well. I like to watch a lot of stuff, and just don't even turn the subtitles on. Figure out what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I'm too tired to go on because I am waking up from a nap and trying to not to sleep again.
It's late night for Wiggy.
That's the new cup, yeah. The bottom on the cup is not new. That's just my roll of duct tape. It barely fits into the cup.
I gotta refill my cup. I'll be right back.
Santa
baby, won't you come and bang me tonight? Santa baby.
See anything exciting? Nothing. No. Oh.
Santa baby.
So,
Santa baby, won't you come and fuck me tonight? Santa baby.
Michelle, are you good at wrapping Christmas gifts? Are you a good gift wrapper, Michelle? Can you wrap gifts?
The Japanese Spider-Man from the 1980s was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. 1980s. Let's check that out. Love Spider-Man. Michelle, are you fair at wrapping gifts, Michelle? Are you good at wrapping gifts? Are you able to wrap presents?
I'm okay at it.
Yeah, same here. I'm all right.
Sometimes we wrap packages in wrapping paper also. Not Christmas paper wrapping paper, but regular brown wrapping paper.
Right. Like parcel.
It's the same process.
Parcel. Yeah, parcel. Yeah, I get you. That's cool. I'm all right at it. If I can have someone else do it, I usually do personally. But I mean, I can get it done and make it look decent. But some people in my family are like goddamn experts at it. I don't get it. Perfect corners, and it's like gonna get ripped apart anyway. Who cares? Just wrap it in foil, put some duct tape around it, call it a day.
Well, when you use the same wrapping techniques when you're shipping things in brown paper packages, you want to make sure that those corners are really taped good because machinery will are like cat's claws; they'll just rip at it. So.
Oh yeah, you don't want that coming loose in transit. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure you're pretty good at it, Michelle.
Yeah, pretty good.
So Michelle, aside from your camera bag, and something else you got, what other things stick out Christmas wise of gifts that you've gotten throughout the years, if anything?
Well, back in the early 80s, we used to get electronic toys sometimes for Christmas.
Yeah, is there one in particular that you can remember that you liked? Did you get like a Teddy Ruxpin?
Well, one that was kind of interesting was it was a chicken tic-tac-toe game.
Yeah.
Here's something that was amazing. It was using touch tones for the keys. And key had a different, just a standard touchstone keypad on it. But
Like a telephone. Yeah.
obviously, it didn't have a 0, it didn't have a star, it didn't have the pound. But basically, you would do is you would press the button of what you want to do, and then the chicken would pick its button.
Right. So you'd play against the chicken in tic-tac-toe. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
it's
That's
kind of
pretty cool.
unusual, simple animatronics, nothing fancy.
Did you ever have one of those Simon games, Michelle? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When
we
the
did.
Yeah. Were you good at that?
Yeah, the early Simons were pretty interesting. They were.
Yeah. The different tones and lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have one when you were a kid?
Yeah, we had access to them. I didn't think we had our own, but we had
Yeah,
relatives
you had
had it.
access to it.
A lot of times, because we were so close to each other, relatives-wise, if we wanted to borrow toys from the other relative, we'd just go ask them, say, "Hey, can I play with this? Can I play with that?" And they're like, "Okay, fine," and grab it out for you, and then you play with it just like a toy library, and then you bring it back.
Yeah. Did you guys used to get up early on Christmas morning?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I was thinking about about that the other night, Michelle. About used to get up early, and man, I felt so bad, waking my parents up as an adult that early. It's like, man, oh man, I can only imagine, 5, 6 in the morning, and I remember they'd always be like,
We got
"Oh,
up at
go back to
6. We didn't
sleep."
get up at 5. My father had
Yeah,
cracked his eyes open at 5 because he was used to getting up early in the morning anyway in the weekdays for work. But I would sleep until about 6:37.
my mom and dad would be like, "Paul, go back to bed. It's too early. Go back to bed, Paul." And then they'd get up, and oh man, I can't imagine
Well, after the
doing that.
Christmas toys were open, most of us had like a light Christmas breakfast, and then we would just
Yeah,
figure out the rest of the day. Um,
I feel if
that's
I were
pretty
a
much
dad,
what we
I'd
did.
probably, if I were a father, I'd probably just stay up, throughout the night, and then go to bed while the kids were playing with all their shit. Just be quiet. That's what Dad wants for Christmas. Just be quiet. Yeah.
Like I said, I remember like I said, the things I remember most about Christmas was the toys, but also, of course, the Christmas Eve was remembering seeing my, um, you know, we have the whole family together, which was kind of nice. The whole house, the whole extended family would be showing up at one house, which there was as many as 75 to 100 people in the house for Christmas dinner, and that was packed.
That's big. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. But I liked it, and I had a good time doing it.
Yeah, we have to do separate gatherings like that, or we'd have that going as well, Michelle. The like 50 people in a house. It's like so much. It's too much. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see though relatives you haven't seen throughout the year, or maybe within even a few years. It's really nice to visit. Excuse me. That's the aspect I like, Michelle, is gathering up with the family.
Yeah.
People you haven't seen in a while, whether you like to see them or not. It's always good to gather and just remember those people.
It says to me that last night I just happened to put on from the bed, playing on the remote, put on a Christmas movie.
Nice.
He said to me, he says, "I don't really like these happy Christmas story movies," he said, "because I don't have a family." I said, "Oh, come on." I mean, it's nice to have a movie that reminds you of the things that you lost. Besides, Christmas isn't meant to be a time of happiness, but that's why we do it, right? It's like we know it's during the coldest time of the year, and people get together at Christmas, and they're having a good time. That's the whole point of it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all, Michelle.
And for some people, that's important. To have that sense of community. I saw a special on YouTube about what was winter like in medieval times, and Probably doesn't surprise you any that wintertime in medieval times was
Tough time of year, I'm sure. Yeah.
pretty rough.
Yeah. Tough time. Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't have
Haven't.
central heating. They didn't have
No.
refrigeration. They didn't have
No.
the modern stuff that we take for granted.
They have to
So
wear their furs to stay warm. They
they
needed
wore
to collect
furs
the
to stay
fur.
warm.
Yeah.
Animal skins, animal fur. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There sometimes would be a central cook fire in the center of the house because the house is usually built on dirt, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. So your house would be built on dirt. You have a central cook fire, and then all the heat would rise up and the smoke too through a hole in the roof.
Yeah.
Physical brick chimneys came later, but clearly you can guess that could have been bad news because of carbon monoxide will kill you.
Can Ed come this year? Can Ed come?
Sometimes they would have the light.
Michelle, yeah, would you be able to make the Christmas show public maybe for a week or something from last year for a Christmas gift for some of your viewers who aren't members? Wigto's asking to post the Christmas party from last year, make that public, and as well as can Ed come to the Christmas party this year? I believe she's asking as well. Can Ed come this year?
Yeah, well, I think this Christmas party this year came out fine.
Right. So what Wigto's asking is if you can post the link for last year's Christmas party, make that public for a few days, and then she was also asking if Ed will be attending this year's Christmas party.
More than likely.
More than likely. Nice. So she also asks, can you post the Xmas show? Are you gonna make that public maybe for a few days this year? Last year's Christmas show?
Yeah. I guess so. I don't really. See, the thing is, the reason why we hit it was because there was. It was weird and not very professional, and
Nah, Michelle, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, Michelle, I would say. I mean,
it wasn't
it
too bad
happens.
until Ranch got under its skin. Then it got bad.
Nah, it's all right. I'm going to say this, Michelle. I've seen a lot more unprofessional Christmas parties than you did, Michelle. I thought it was a really good show. There was a little bit of a hiccup, but it was a good show all in all, Michelle. I think it was a great show. Good Christmas memories, Michelle.
So, what did you think of the after show from Tuesday?
It was all right. I mean, it was nice to hang out and chat with friends and Ed. But yeah, it was nice, Michelle. It's always a nice gathering with friends, and then Ed was there. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was no hiccups. It went pretty good. Yeah. Convocation went great. I mean, yeah, it was a good day all around.
What in particular did you like in the convocation?
A lot, Michelle, I've liked, particularly, I like that it was outside. I like the fact that you sang "Oh Holy Night." The ritual, because, I love your dress as well, Michelle. I think an easier question, Michelle, would be what didn't I like about it? The only thing I didn't like about it was I wasn't there with you in person to feel the energy. But other than that, I think it was great.
Yeah.
I liked it all, Michelle. I liked it all.
Stan said to me one time, he said, someday you should explain how you took a pagan ceremony and turned it into a Christian ceremony.
Yeah.
I said, well, Stan, the Catholic Church has been doing that for centuries.
It's true. It's true, Michelle.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Can you do nothing wrong with that at all?
I mean, after all, Christmas itself used to be known as Saturnalia, which was basically a Roman holiday for the birth of the sun god, Sungod. And they turned it into the birth of the Son of God, the Sonofgod. So it kind of worked out pretty well with that. The Yule, from Yule, the mistletoe, the evergreens, all that stuff, a lot of it has to do with the original concept of Yule and the you know, the
You know
original
what's you know
Saturnalia
what's beautiful,
celebration,
Michelle?
the drinking of eggnog, the singing of carols. There was a lot of stuff they used to do with Saturnalia. We don't do anymore. We don't have reversal of master and slave. We don't do that. I mean, that's.
I would
I mean, I guess
believe
you
you.
could. That'd be like the workers becoming the boss and the bosses becoming the workers, which actually would be kind of interesting for some people. Noodles
That'd
wants to
been
come on now. Hold on, man. Let's get
all
Noodles on
right.
here real quick here.
Good move. That's to say, Michelle.
Go
Let
ahead,
him up.
Noodles.
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
It's all right. How are you? Got a hard hat on. What's up?
So, what's going on? Are we planning something coming up?
The question is when, because we haven't figured a day. Like Stan was thinking
Noodle,
the
can
weekend
you
because
take
it'd be
can you
easier
take
for
Michelle
him.
to Times Square for the ball drop for New Year's Eve?
No, dude, no.
Way too many people.
I
You
don't know.
can't do that.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they don't allow you to like leave. They don't.
Okay, fair enough. Just a thought. Just a thought.
I don't know if we can get down there for the ball drop. That would be kind
Probably
of.
not, Michelle. It's a bit much. There's probably too many a lot of people as well, Michelle. I'm sorry. It was just a thought. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Well,
So,
I
so,
mean,
so
because
here,
of
here,
the
here.
fact is, like Stan said to me, is we could always take the bus, say the Waterbury, and then take the Metro North to Grand Central. The problem is with that is that we might end up having to spend the night somewhere because there won't be any return trips until Monday, unfortunately.
So, this is what I think you should do. I'm being serious. It would be easier for you and Stan to get in a car, drive to my house, and then I drive you guys in. I can take you to wherever you want to go. There's a few spots where I think you should go and talk to people. I think we should get like a
Oh, I was
uh,
thinking about that too originally.
yeah, but you have to. But the thing is,
So
you
what I
have to
would
be the
do
social
is why don't you give Stan your address so that he would be able to see if we can schedule some time when he's not busy because I don't know what his
Yeah,
schedules
I'm gonna
are.
call Stan after work today. I'm gonna call Stan after work today, but I gotta know exactly what you want to do. I feel like you should
Well, I
go.
like the idea of going to New York. Stan said if you go to Times Square dressed as a Snow Queen, you probably can get a lot of autographs. You probably can get a lot of people wanting pictures with you, which is cool
Yeah.
with the new business cards that we have. Which
So
are,
this is what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on giving Stan the camera. Stan's going to record everything. I don't know if you're going to do it live, but we get a bunch of clips. I introduce you to people just walking around as the North American Snow Queen.
right.
You can talk your spiel to them, and we can get like their
Right, and I could
reaction.
wear my
And
I could wear my I could wear my
Noodles, what is it?
regalia. That's no problem.
Michelle K with MicheleDalene. Is that a thing?
I
Or
wouldn't
no?
mind
well,
having
you
Michelle
want
K come, but I don't know if
to
she'll come.
Is that a thing or no?
know something? I don't know if I can put this in private, but Michelle Kate is
Oh.
already.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just leave it at that then.
And then
yeah,
I
Michelle,
told
that'd be pretty
Stan I would
cool.
like to try to go to Carlos Bakery.
Yeah, Carlos
I will
Bakery.
say this: we might, if you
That's in
want, we can
Hoboken.
bring you to the Bola, and you can scream for Michelle K to walk across the street. But I doubt that's gonna happen.
Oh no.
That'd be awesome. That'd be fucking awesome.
Can how badly does Michelle K walk? I know she's got knee and hip problems too.
Yeah. So that's another thing, Michelle. I believe that if there's gonna be a lot of walking around, we might have to get you like a wheelchair or something, push you around.
Well, she's got the walker. Michelle, you have that walker with the wheels on.
Yeah, I've got the walker. But I
Yeah,
think
you
something
should
like a
bring
power
that.
chair. Talk to Billy 347. He's got a whole line of power chairs laying around. Just ask him if he can get you one for the
But here's the
episode.
deal. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get there, Michelle. There's gonna be a lot of people, hopefully, and you're gonna have to navigate through all these people with your walker.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get a herald in front of me screaming, "Bobby, pretty North American Snow Queen! Incoming Snow Queen!
It's gonna smell like urine. You already like that smell, so it shouldn't be a problem for you.
Yeah, you might go crazy.
All right, let's get really thirsty, mouth watering. really start watering. And it should be a good trip, though. Hopefully, there's not a lot of ice and such bad weather. But that's in your hands, Michelle, to control.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about we just do this? Weather pending. Weather pending. You pick a date, right? And it doesn't, it could be any weekend. Michelle, listen. All I can do for you is I can help you out by bringing you to these places that you want to go.
All
I
right.
can drop you and stand off, so we don't have to pay like $300 to go do this, right? And you guys can get the footage. You go live there. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I think there's two specific spots where I want to bring you. I want to bring you down to Brooklyn.
All
Okay,
right.
they had this 9-foot statue of Notorious B.I.G. that they just put up. I
Nice.
believe that you should do a live stream from there, out by the pier, and I'm gonna bring you to the hot spots.
Yeah.
Michelle, he said he's gonna take you to the hot spots, but you can't be force kissing noodles when you're out with them, Michelle. Okay, you can't be doing that. You can't be force.
Well,
kissing.
this would be
I'm gonna go out
forcing
there, I'm gonna
kid
be promoting
because
her.
Can't force kissing, okay, Michelle? You can't be doing that to him. You got to respect him for taking you out here. You can't be making him uncomfortable.
Well, what about
I'm gonna
going? What I would be interested is what about going to the Empire State Building? I'd like to see that observation deck, and it's way up there. It's like on the 101st floor or something.
Michelle, I got this. All right, this is what I'm planning. Brooklyn,
that would be
the 9/11 Memorial, Empire State Building, not the Statue of Liberty. That's not going to happen. Okay, you're not going to go to the Statue of Liberty. No one goes there. It's like plus it's in Jersey, and you got to go around.
Right. Right. Well, we'll figure it out.
So 9/11 Memorial, Brooklyn, and Dumbo, and I'm going to bring you to the Empire State.
Yeah.
If we can get to Times Square, Michelle, this is the deal. I have to drop you off there because to get parking there is like fucking insane.
I know. I believe it.
What about a subway, Michelle? Have you ever ridden a subway before?
No, I haven't.
Ooh,
I mean, I've been to the one in Boston,
take you down in the depths
Massachusetts.
of the subway and maybe take a train ride. I think
There's a lot of incidences of people getting pushed by psychopaths into trains. So I think that they would see Michelle and probably
no, you and Stan would be there to protect.
Yeah, I think the trains might be a little bit
crazy
challenging.
person would push Michelle on the train. I think that'd be good, interact and look at the trains, Michelle, and see the interesting folk on there and down there.
So one of the things my dad told me, because he used to live in New York as a kid, and he said, "No, never walk around with a handbag, because you're gonna get it stolen." Okay. He said, "What we do is this kid, we put our money in
one
our
of those
shoes."
steam grates. Can you open those grates up and go down there to
No, but we can. What we can do is we can get her next to one and maybe blow up her dress like in that movie with Marilyn Monroe.
What else is in New York? I guess there's a lot to do in New York, Michelle.
Yeah.
Obviously, ice skating's out of the question. No,
we're not bringing her ice skating.
What about
we can bring
the big Christmas tree. Do they have that?
We do. The thing is that by the time we probably get out there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, after the holiday. Yeah.
Well,
you would know. You guys would know best. You and Stan would know best.
Oh, dude, you know what we should do? We should bring her to the Met. We should walk her through the Met, Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Ooh.
As a snow.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to find something here on my screen. Okay, here we go.
Oh, definitely would. Seems like she would take to a museum. I mean.
The Natural History Museum is there, yes. So it's a natural.
Can you get to the Statue
Museum
of Liberty
Modern Art as well.
You have to take a boat to get to it.
Yeah, so it's you got to drive out there.
Oh, okay. So they have.
Then you got to get on a boat and it's not worth it.
I was just curious. Yeah, and I wouldn't go to it if I could get to it personally. I mean, I just didn't know if it was in the middle, like a little island or something.
Yeah, it's in the water.
Right, that's what I'm saying. How would people get to it? Take a boat or?
No, I can't run upstairs. Not unless you want to see me fall down the stairs. I can walk up the stairs, but I can't run upstairs.
I would love to see her on the top of the Empire State Building.
I'm not ignoring you guys, Dave. How you doing?
I would puke personally. That's way too high. But if Michelle goes up there, and likes it and can enjoy the view, I say, yeah, what an experience.
When we're there, I'm going to be promoting you, Michelle, as the North American Snow Queen. I'm going to be clapping my hands. North American Snow Queen's here, everyone. No autographs, but you can ask questions.
Tell people to bow down, bow before her.
Yeah, and I'll tell them to stand back.
Right.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So yeah, you Stan are gonna have to work on the transportation thing because that's gonna be something between you two. Because I'm usually pretty open calendar wise.
All right, you just point Michelle towards the vehicle. She'll get in it, and as long as it gets
now, Michelle, I have a Chevrolet Trax. I don't know if your gigantic frame can fit in that car, but you're gonna have to. And there's no pee breaks or anything like that. You're gonna have to bring a bottle or something if you got to pee. It's it is what it is.
What do you mean? There's no
my car,
there's no restroom anywhere near New York.
No, he's just saying during a car ride, Michelle. He's just saying make sure you go use the bathroom before you go. That's all he's saying. And if you need to use the bathroom, you can piss in one of the loose bottles in his car or whatever is in, maybe out the window or something.
I don't think
yeah,
that's going to be normally an issue.
It's not stopping. Non-stop trip is what he's saying.
But that's one reason I wear a skirt too, because I do have a lady.
Yeah, that's why she's got a skirt, Noodles. She can just lift that shit up and go anywhere.
We can do this. We got this.
It'll be fun, Michelle. It'll be really exciting. It's exciting if it actually does happen. You guys can organize it, so I think it'd be great. Yeah, of course. Get out, and see the sights.
Is there any way I can send you guys a private?
Yeah.
How do you do that on here?
I don't know how to do it on the phone, but there is a private.
So then I'm gonna say this out loud. Then
I can ignition it though.
What happened with Tiger Kitty?
I don't know where Tiger Kitty went. It's just that she left because of the trolls. But
Schmeckle knows.
There really hasn't been any trolls. So
Schmeckle, what's up with that picture that I saw?
What was it? Michelle just said because she left because of the trolls, and I guess because of health issues as well. She was saying, I guess just after that whole chatterbait thing, she just wasn't comfortable. And
last time I talked to Tiger Kitty in a text message, she said her health is doing better, but she thought Andrew was never coming back. But Andrew did come back for the convocation. Because right now he's working night again, so he's asleep right now. So
yeah, but I'm seeing pictures. People are sending me pictures of her getting arrested.
No, I know nothing about that.
Making pictures of her getting arrested. Who, Tiger Kitty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no
for
clue
what?
About that.
What's the crime?
Good question.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know exactly what Tiger looks like. Like when someone sent me the photo, I was like, "That's Tiger Kitty." I'm like, "What happened?" And they never responded. They said, "Who do you think that is?" I said, "Tiger Kitty," and they were like, "LOL." So I don't know if she really got arrested or if it was someone that looked like her or whatever. But
you could always look it up, Noodles.
I don't know her name.
Oh. Yeah, I'm only aware of a first name, So yeah,
all right.
I have no idea either. I figured you did though. I thought you knew where.
Guys, Steve, I would think Andrew will be back on the night shows because
I have no idea, man.
My night shows is after he's done with work shows, so he can come on some nights. I'm not sure he's gonna be on every.
The other night, Michelle. He didn't leave. He's back.
I'm really upset, Michelle, because this is the first time since I started watching you that I missed the that fucking spell thing you do.
Convocation, the ceremony, yeah.
We should have promoted that. We should have promoted that better.
So, what did you think of the convocation, Noodles?
Okay, is there any way you can do another one for the people that maybe missed it? Can we promote this?
Officially, the one we already did was the official one. If it's the second one, it would just be more for show than anything. It's like...
Yeah.
All right.
I'm really upset because I haven't been paying attention to you. And My ears perk
So
when
when
I
you
found
saw
out they
me
were
wearing
water.
my white dress with my little pink ears, what did you think of that? Because the ears are kind of becoming a thing. I don't have them on right now. Got to be putting them back on. But I
Yeah, you
noticed
have to
one
put
thing
them
with
back on for the city.
these new ears is that they are harder to sleep with than the other ears are. Because like the other ears would fold flat against my back, my head. These don't fold flat. So, Russia, Finland is practically Russia. Originally,
Well, you're not getting that.
it was kind of in a disputed territory in a way. It was a duchy of Sweden, but it was also later became part of Russia
Well, Michelle, I'm sorry to worry about
for a
you.
while.
I'll
Finnish
get in touch with
people
you.
didn't want
All right,
that,
Michelle, I
and
gotta
so they
go.
had the
I gotta
Winter
go.
War, which was after I died, and it was to kick Russia out. When Russia tried to come back in World War II, again they were driven out.
You're not a donkey.
Now Finland joined NATO, which made Russia mad as hell because
You're a honky.
deep down Putin wants back Finland, but Finland didn't want to go anywhere near him. They already were part of the EU, so
Putin.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the convocation noodles. What was your takeaway from it? What did you think of it?
Michelle, he had to take off. I think someone was summoning him for whatever he was doing, and he had to take off, unfortunately. But Michelle, trip to New York does sound nice. To the big city. Michelle, you're not scared of heights. You're not. I don't like heights, Michelle. Are you not
I
scared
did
of
get a
heights?
little nervous around heights, yeah, but
But the Empire State Building, Michelle,
it's
what a
high.
sight.
It's 101st
No,
floor. It's
Michelle,
800
Michelle,
feet above the ground. I know.
But what I'm saying, Michelle, is what an experience that would be. That'd be amazing to see that view, get some pictures. Wow, yeah, what an experience that would be. That sounds great.
Yeah,
See the view, yeah.
I didn't really like the World Trade Center as much, but the Empire State Building always interested me.
Yeah, it'd be cool to go up there.
And
please stop ignoring. Oh,
so that's kind of cool thing.
Let's see what we got here, Michelle. Let's see what the chat's been saying. We gotta see what the chat's been saying, Michelle.
It's really kind of interesting when you think about how the World Trade Center the Empire State Building was built in less than a year. I think it was less than a year.
Remarkable. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a huge building. Yeah, they must have really rushed it. And it's still standing to this day.
What's even more interesting is that the Con Edison steam provides the heat for the World Trade Center and a few other buildings in Manhattan. It doesn't take long for the steam to go from the basement to the top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Yeah. It heats the whole building with steam from the kind of consolidated Edison. Yeah.
Is it snowing in America? Scottish Dave asks Michelle. In parts of America, it's definitely snowing. Scottish Dave.
Yeah, it's snowing in the Midwest and probably in the northern New England, and probably snowing too. But southern New England, it's overcast and probably rainy. I say probably because I didn't check to see if it's actually started raining yet, but it's not freezing right now. So, just something to think about.
If you were on one of those planes, Michelle, on 9/11 that got hijacked, what do you think you would be able to do to stop the hijackers, Michelle? If anything, would you try and trip them with your walker? Would you try and wrestle them, or would you just sit back and crash into the building?
I don't know. I don't have an idea what I would do because if I knew what was going on, which I did in Pennsylvania, they figured that out because they were seeing it on the news with the other ones, with the other planes. They kind of figured it out. They decided to basically do something serious and overpowered the hijackers and basically took the chance and took one for the team. But
yeah, I don't know why everyone didn't do that on every flight. These pussies only had some box cutter. I mean, I understand you can get hurt, but only if anyone got hurt, it would just be one person, and the rest was
I
just
think the main reason why no
overcome
one
them.
else did it in other flights was element of surprise. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't have a clue.
What more people need to live in the ghetto. It keeps you on your toes, Michelle. You know, I'd be ready for it. I would have been. That motherfucker turned his back to me. I would have hit him in the nuts and started just smashing it. Oh my goodness, Michelle. Yeah, that wouldn't happen on my flight. Just saying, guys, wouldn't happen on my flight.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Christmas, Michelle. Let's get back into the festive cheer.
Well, happy Christmas to you too. I mean,
yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Michelle. Michelle, you know, you were talking earlier about turning a pagan thing into a Christian thing, but what I think is nice about this year, Michelle, is the last day of Hanukkah is on Christmas, so the Jews and the pagans will be sharing a holiday together. I think that's beautiful.
Right. Now, are you Jewish or are you a Catholic or both?
No, I don't celebrate any religion, Michelle, but I was brought up Christian, so you know I was raised in a Christian house.
Right.
I will say Monday though, Michelle, starts Kwanzaa.
Right.
And the first day of Kwanzaa is about emoji, which means unity. So yeah, but yeah, Michelle, I was raised a Christian, so we believed in Santa Claus. We went to church and all that.
Well, it's not the whole point of Christmas anyway. Is we celebrate now.
Yeah,
is
you know,
unity.
Jesus was born. I had to be in all those little Christmas programs when I was a kid and sing the yeah. It was kind of a pain, but you know, it's all right. I stopped going to church when I was about 18, practicing religion.
Yeah.
But you know, there's nothing against it. I don't have anything against it. But like you said, Michelle, you said it best the other day. You just keep hearing the same old stories over and over and over again. You know, it's like I heard it once. You don't need to brainwash me with it. Yeah, I understand it. You know,
like I said, also is that I wanted to learn more deeply what was going on than just the standard same old fare. Every church service is always the same sermon homily. Words may change, ways written may change, but what doesn't change is the message doesn't change. And after a while, you start to say, well, is that all it is? Be good. Make sure to confess your sins. Live a good life of grace. You know, and then you die and then you start over. Is that all it is? I mean, come on.
Well, let me ask you this, Michelle. I know, I know you were raised Catholic or Roman Catholic, whatever the case may be. We'll just say Catholic to be general. Have you ever looked into any other religions just out of curiosity?
Well, originally I was born a Lutheran, actually. I didn't become a Catholic to an adult when I went to RCIA.
Really?
But
okay, I did not know that.
Okay, so the thing is that it's what I like of the Catholic Church is we have that beautiful act of reconciliation. We don't have that in the Protestant churches. Most Protestant churches don't even talk about reconciliation or confession.
Yeah.
So people don't really know that, you know, there's always a way. You could always, if you truly are sorry for what you did, there's something magical. And you know, the priest is acting as a representative of God when he says, I absolve you of your sins. There's something magical about that. You don't get that in the Protestant churches. Protestant churches will tell you, go pray on it. Yeah, but I keep getting a busy signal. I don't even know if God heard my prayer. A lot of times it seemed like that, you know, as a kid. I mean, because remember that Martin Luther was an Augustinian monk originally. Okay, he believed in sola scriptura. You know, the book, everything we need to know is in the Bible. John Calvin was also part of the Anabaptist movement. Was also very much sola scriptura, whereas the Catholic Church works also with the concepts of act of good works and good faith together. So the Catholic Church is more holistic and complete than just depending on a book. You know, it's a lot more to it than that. And the same is true with the Mormons, by the way. If you ever go and look at the Book of Mormon and the Pearl of Great Price, the first thing you will notice is that the Mormons also have good works and good faith as part of their teachings. They'll tell you the Catholics get it wrong, but I don't think so.
So Scottish Dave says he's thinking of converting to Catholicism.
There's nothing wrong with Catholicism. Catholicism is very, very deep and rich history to it, but I do admit that there was a lot of Reformation that did have to occur because there was a lot of people abusing the Catholic Church. That's why they had the Diet of Worms council meeting, which was the next big meeting after the Council of Trent. And one of the reasons is that there was a lot of misunderstandings of what was going on and what they needed to do to compensate for Reformation, which Martin Luther and John Calvin started. When Martin Luther put his 33 complaints on the church door in Wittenberg, his complaints, his 33, actually it was 30, was it 13 or 33? 33, because I'm still Protestant. She's still... Yeah, I'm evangelical Lutheran. Okay. All right, so 33 complaints in the church door in Wittenberg. Of course, they didn't have Scotch tape back then, so the poor schmuck had to use a nail hanging on the church door, which meant basically, well, never mind. The point was he was posted them. And the United States Catholic Church got pretty pissed off about that. First of all, destruction of church property, or at least defacing church property, certainly wasn't cool.
A very forgiving person.
But the point is one of the things that the church discovered is they looked into what was going on at the Council of Trent, and was when they made the official changes to the church, was we need to have a structured, standardized teaching program through seminaries to make sure that the message is being properly taught. And there were also similar councils after the Council of Trento. We also had the council, the First Vatican Council, the Second Vatican Council, and others, because there was always things that the church had to kind of go back and say, wait a minute, are we doing the right thing, or do we get off the path again? The problem is, if you look at the situation with the Second Vatican Council, Cardinal Ratzinger, which became Pope Benedict XVI, was like, I think we went too far in the wrong direction. And some of the stuff in Vatican II. It was intended to be a great thing, but I think we went a little bit too far. Changing the Mass into the language of the everyday person made sense in one sense, but then again, you take away some of the special nature of the Mass too, But the problem is with the Nove Ordo, the new order of the Mass, that was actually kind of was a major difference from the Tridentium or the Tridentine Mass, which was a high Mass. I've been in both. I've been in high Mass that was in English, and I've been in the high Mass that's been in Latin. I like the Latin one, even though it is a little harder to understand. I don't mind Latin because I do study Romance languages and stuff, so I was able to follow along. And of course, we have our little books, the little missals, And then, of course, the thing too is the Lefevres and movement, which demanded that the Mass remain in Latin. The end result was when the Cardinal Mr. Ratzinger, which later became Pope Benedict XVI, was, he said, you know what? He said Pope John Paul II went a pretty good start about saying that the Mass could be celebrated in Latin with the support of the bishops. He said, I'm going to make it a little more easy to celebrate it. If your parish wants to celebrate the Mass in Latin, you may do so, if the congregation agrees to it. If you go to St. Joseph's today, you will find out the Mass that they're celebrating is pretty much the Tridentine Latin Mass. Because the people, the older parishioners said, we want that. And in some cases, in some parishes, it brought people back to the church. But in some places, it actually drove people away from the church. It's like we said one time before in our live shows. You can't please everybody. Sometimes, you can have the greatest show in the world with the best performances, and and I know the Mass is not exactly the same as the YouTube show, but there are some similarities in the sense you've got people that are going to love it or people that are going to hate it. You know, the ones that love the old order Mass are coming back into church. Kids, especially the kids, are looking into it because they're like, "Hey, this is new. I like new." You know, and the kids are saying, "Let's check out the new stuff." Okay, it's in a foreign language. Yeah, that's different. How? And then of course they pick up the the grandparents' old missal and the missal, and they go, "Oh, that's what they're saying." And so people are starting to rediscover the Catholic Mass, and that's wonderful, and that really is.
Beautiful
But this
thing.
Catholic Church still has suffered a lot of because of the actions of Vatican II, the situation with the priesthood being seriously fractured. But parish congregations and dioceses and archdioceses trying to get in more priests, sometimes poorly selecting the right guys and to be priests. That is a serious problem in the sense, especially after Vatican II. People didn't realize that the church wasn't trying to pick up bad priests that were doing bad things. It just did. Now the Catholic Church has suffered because of its stupidity, just like it did during the Reformation. Well, there is kind of a new movement now in the Catholic Church that people are starting to say maybe it's time to consider ordaining female priests. And Pope Francis is like, yeah, you know what? In some parishes, there's not enough men. Maybe we should have female priests, or we should have married priests, because right now we need qualified candidates. We don't have any in some areas in South America. So maybe we should consider marriage priests. But what's something that prior to, I think, 500 AD was a thing. The parish priests were married. And then it was at the Pope of Avignon and things like that. That's kind of where they created a decree that said nope, no married priests. That was because it was concerned that the church lands were going to end up tied up in probate courts and all that. So there was a reason why the priesthood changed. So there's a reason why the priesthood has to change again, because it's a necessity. If you don't have the priest to serve mass and do communion and hear confessions, what are you gonna do? I mean, especially if it's a large community of people, all together. I mean, sure, if you're a small parish out in the middle of the sticks and you happen to, priests will sometimes travel door to door between parishes. So, like one day they'll have mass at St. Francis, and then the next week they'll have mass at St. Mary's, and maybe then the week later they'll have mass at St. Anne's, and that's what they would do. They would just hop around because some parishes were so empty, and so there was more need to make priests more, able to travel. So there's a long story about that too.
Well, all that is very fascinating. Speaking of priests, are you and
How you doing,
Skynet
Darnell? Good morning.
you and Skynet going to be doing any World of Warcraft in tonight?
What's that?
Are you and Skynet going to do some WoW tonight? You guys going to play some WoW?
We maybe, it depends. He said he's working tonight. So if we do, it's
Oh, okay.
gonna
He's
be
working tonight. Okay, gotcha. Didn't know he was working tonight.
But then he said next week, after the New Year, he's gonna be doing night shift. So we'll probably end up having to do the game in the day.
Some afternoon gaming. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That sounds
Nothing
like
wrong with that.
What do you got up personally for the day? Do you got anything planned for today as well?
Where are you baptized? I was baptized in a Lutheran church, by the way.
Lutheran church.
Yeah, like I said, I was born and raised a Lutheran, and then I went through RCIA as an adult, and then became Catholic as an adult.
Did you go into the tub of water and they dunked you underneath? Is that how they did it?
Nah, they did the standard sprinkling of water, just like they did.
Just a sprinkle.
The Catholic Church still does that too. They actually, the modern church services, adult Catholics that do the whole dunking, but the babies they'll just do sprinkling.
Give you a little shower, a little golden shower. Okay. That sounds good.
A little water, holy water in the font, and then you just sprinkle it on the baby.
A little drizzle, yeah.
Of course,
Sounds
now
good.
when they do adults, they basically like I saw an adult baptism in my
Uh,
Catholic church. I was in at Saint Thomas.
uh-huh.
Basically, it was like it was just like a larger kiddie swimming pool. Basically, you just walked in with the priest, and
Yeah.
you just dunked the person underwater, and 3
I'd
times.
probably start flailing my arms and trying to pull the priest with me. Yeah, I'd splash. I'd be splashing.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Just
it
be
was it,
splashing
it was
everywhere.
it was
Ah!
it was during Advent. I remember that. I was like, no one was gonna go out to the river that
Yeah,
time
it's too
of year.
cold. It's too cold. Yeah, we're not polar bears, you know.
It was a young Korean woman that was being baptized. I remember that. It was a couple people. It was a Korean woman. It was a Chinese man, and a few others that went through RCIA at St. Thomas Aquinas. And
Yeah.
it was really very exciting to see that. To see that they will return to full body immersion as well for the baptismal for adults.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, this year did go by fast, Krista. I would agree with that. Um, what do you got up for today, Michelle? Anything interesting or anything planned for today? Just gonna play it by elf here?
Let's see. If we could borrow a wheelbarrow, we could probably bring some of the cardboard and stuff downstairs to the dumpster. Um, if we had, because I mean, then we could just basically load up the wheelbarrow with the paper and the cardboard and the garbage bags and just drag it to the dumpster. But that's something my landlord's gonna have to get, or at least maybe somewhere he has a wheelbarrow or has a trailer.
Yeah.
Even if it's a utility trailer that I can basically haul from one place to the other. Because after all, one Michelle can move a small utility trailer by herself, pretty much. Although I admit
That's
I
not,
haven't picked up a utility trailer by myself for years, but I probably could still do it.
sounds very dangerous, Michelle, pushing a wheelbarrow down the stairs. Sounds very dangerous. You be careful
No,
if you
I'm
do
not
that.
talking about pushing.
Oh.
No. I mean, once have it at the
Oh.
bottom of the stairs, put all the paper and
Oh,
junk
okay.
into it, and
Okay,
then
you had
just
me
wheel the
worried.
wheelbarrow over to the dumpster, and then just throw
Okay.
everything in. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna like put Ed in the wheelbarrow and have him hold a bunch of boxes in his arms and just push them down the stairs or something. And get all the boxes in the dumpster. Okay,
He
just
was
make
gonna
sure
he
you're.
was gonna throw some of the boxes in the dumpster, but some of the boxes are very heavy of mailing labels and
Yeah.
shipping manifest forms. I was like, why would you guys send me all this crap? I don't even ship that much stuff. I mean, if I ship, like 25 flat rate boxes would have been fine. I already had 25 flat rate boxes.
Seriously, it's the time of giving, Michelle. So I don't, who knows? They gave you a lot of boxes. Lots of boxes. Michelle, it's been a good morning show. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bid you adieu for now, and wish you a good rest of your day, whatever you get into.
Yeah, you'll probably see
And
me playing. You might be seeing me playing some truck game a little later on. Like I said, the new monitor will probably be here like on the 27th or so of this week, next week, because it's coming from the Midwest. It's not too
yeah,
far away. I think it's coming from Indiana or something, and
Michelle,
then
do you want? Sorry, go ahead.
it'll be mounted right on the pole over here, which
Gotcha.
where the other monitor was, because I kind of miss having the two monitors. But if they're both the same resolution, it'll be nice because then I'll be able to. I won't have to resize everything, and even if the American Truck Simulator fires up on that game on that monitor, I won't have to try to squish the monitor over to the other one.
Michelle, do you want me to put a camera in front of my window and you can and just stream it in Discord and you can watch it snowing? And is that like porno to you, Michelle? Just
Yeah, we
watching
can
a
move. We could
snowstorm?
move the kitchen one over to the other window.
Yeah.
Still wanted to mount a camera outside. I got the money to buy one. I just haven't done it
You
yet.
don't-
So
No worries, Michelle. So again, Michelle, I'm going to wish you and the chat a great day today, and we
okay,
will catch you sometime soon. Maybe we'll catch you this afternoon, like you said. Sounds good.
right.
All right, take care.
Yep. Bye bye. And we are done. I said that was a good show. I mean, we got some things done today. We covered a few interesting things that some people never thought of before. like I said, the situation among the Catholic people, old school Catholics, new school Catholics, the Tridentine Mass versus the Nove Ordo, which means the New Order, the Mass. Um, the translation of the Mass by Lefevre versus, the 1973 of the Nove Ordo versus the retranslation, a literal translation from the 2009? 13. Is it 13? Yeah, I think it was 11, 12 or 13. Okay. Right. Translating it into word for word translation of the original Tridentine Mass, which says, Lord, I'm not worthy to receive you under my roof, but I only say the word that they shall be healed. That is literal translation from the Tridentine Mass that we say. Now you for well is, Lord, I'm not worthy to receive you. Some people kind of get confused by that. Excuse me, I mean, I guess it depends on the language, but most people in America would kind of understand what both literally mean. But it was more than that. That new translation, which was endorsed by Pope Benedict the 16th, that was important. But Pope Francis deciding that he might want to consider ordaining married priests and women. That's going to take a little bit of finagling. I don't think the bishops and the cardinals are going to go for this, but they might just say, "You're right. We got to get some more people in the priesthood." Well, anyway, guys, it is time to wrap it up, and I am going to say thank you everybody for coming here. I'll see you